Hey, welcome back. All right, so quickly, The Curse of La Llorona. 34% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, we're not going to have that negativity in this room. And don't worry, stop. You don't have to keep checking the title of this video. Yes, we are reviewing Breakthrough, okay? Special request on our last video from Sonia Perazzo. We are doing this because it came through in our comment section. Now, just to let you know, I had no intentions of watching Breakthrough. If it wasn't for this comment, we would be reviewing The Curse of La Llorona. And I probably would be regretting it. I am so happy that I watched this movie instead. Story. If you've seen the trailer, kids playing on ice on a lake in Missouri. The ice breaks through. He goes under for 10 to 15 minutes without breathing. No, obviously without breathing, but he basically drowns. He's not breathing from the moment he goes underwater to the transportation to making it to the hospital to the doctors trying everything they can. And in the trailer, you see all of this play out. Mama Bear comes in and starts to pray. Something happens. I kept going into this movie. I kept saying, it's a Christian movie based on a true story. There's a happy ending. That's what I kept saying. And I had to keep saying that over and over because the situation is not a good one. It is scary. All right? And what made it even more scary and more realistic, and I don't know if it's just because I now have a daughter, but Chrissy Metz's performance as the mom, every twitch in her eye, every smile, every frown, every single time she spoke, when she was on screen, I was blown away. Her performance is Oscar worthy. I'll say that right now. I'll say that again. Oscar worthy. Her by herself. If any reason, it doesn't matter if you are in any religion or are an atheist. It doesn't matter. This movie is worth watching based solely on her. Because the way she brought her performance as the mom in a situation in which the doctors are telling you, your son's dead. And if he's not, he's brain dead. She did a spectacular job. I was like this, trying not to, I'm trying to hold in the tears. I just kept looking to the side. That's what I do. I don't know what you do. That's what I do. If you think I'm gonna start crying, I'm gonna start crying when I start doing it. That's what I do. It's simple. That's my giveaway. All right, make fun of me. Whatever. That's what happens. And that was happening throughout this whole movie. Chrissy Metz, top actor by a long shot. Okay? And it took, I had to keep saying it to myself. This is a Christian movie. This is based on a true story. They have to have a happy ending. And I had to keep reminding myself because what this family goes through and what this town goes through is so incredibly sad. It's just there's so much more to this movie than that trailer. It's so much deeper. I mean, they have an atheist, they have those Christians that believe in God, and then they have the other Christians that believe in God. Like, not just believe in God, but as if I told you, I believe in you. Obviously, I'm not talking about your existence. I'm talking about what you can do, what your potential is, what you can actually do. I believe in you. They have those three standpoints in this movie. And it is incredible on how it's taken, how this situation is taken. Because you can't do anything about it, right? Like, the doctors do what they can. There's a reason. There's statistics. There's logic. So when something happens outside of that, it doesn't matter if you have faith or not. you're still a statistic, right? It's rare, but there's that chance. But these doctors were saying there's no chance. Even when doctors say there's no chance, I completely understand there's always a chance. But the message behind this movie is there is power in prayer. That might annoy some people. That's perfectly fine. Watch this movie anyways, because the story is worth being heard. And Chrissy Metz, she's worth being observed because her performance was amazing. The movie did not try to go out of its budget. There was a few editing choices that I wouldn't have done. I'm no professional. That they could have done differently, but they didn't overreach. You can tell when a movie overreaches their budget is because it starts looking really sloppy. Nope. This was great visually. It was appealing. There was an awkward 5 to 10 minutes in the beginning of the movie. I think I just lived in a different family dynamic. Their family dynamic, I don't know. If I would have said what the kid said, I would have been slapped. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, you could tell, you know. But outside of that, once the main kid, John Smith, goes to school, class, that first day, from that moment on, which I think is like 10 to 15 minutes into the movie, I was completely engaged. It's a 2-hour movie, and I don't feel it. You don't feel it because you are so concerned about what's going to happen to the kid. You are so concerned about how the parents are handling it because they handle it 2 completely different ways. It is a nice reminder. A lot of people like to say, oh, and they're supposed to be Christian. It is a nice reminder that just because you hold that title or just because you go to a church or a synagogue or whatever your faith base may be, it is a nice reminder that at the end of the day, you're human. And that makes such an impact because we're used to seeing Christians, whether it be a single one or a group of them, in the cinema, in the movies. You're used to seeing them as crazy, cultists, sometimes even downright murderous people. But when you see, a Christian in real life get angry, get maybe disrespectful, stub their toe and maybe say a swear word, you say, and they're supposed to be Christian. They do bad at their job and they're supposed to be Christian. You gotta remember, no matter whether you believe in God or not, they're human. And so when you watch this movie, this is based on a true story. And one of the based on a true stories that are actually really accurate to the true story, because based on the true story now is it's like not even close to what really happened. They're human. They're going through this situation, and how that's what this really is. It's almost like a social experiment. It's like what do you do? What do you just, some people just realize that they can't do anything, and either they lose hope, or the others who have some sort of faith base, they say, I realize I can't do anything. All I can do is pray. And so that's what this movie is. That's the story. And you just see that battle going on. It was, dare I say, a really good movie, worth your money, worth your time, whether you have faith or not. It's because of the story and because of Chrissy Metz. So, how many stars? If you don't know by now, you're new to the channel, whatever the case may be, we still don't have our eyes. We rate all movies by eyes. You can get a total of 6 eyes if you do great on every single category. So, how many eyes? It is not getting a perfect 6, I'll tell you right now. But I would just get rid of 1. Yes, this movie is that good. It is worth watching. It is worth... The only problem I have with the movie is that they broke so much HIPAA laws. Like, stop. Like, no. There's no way you broke this much HIPAA laws. And then the first news report that happens, they straight up say the kid's name. Like, he's a minor. You know that doesn't happen. This wasn't even that long ago. I think it's based off of like 2015. Like, stop. Like, come on. Like, that's my problem with the movie. And I get it. It's probably for story purposes, but no, you're not gonna break that much HIPAA law. You're not gonna release minor information without the parents' consent. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So, 5 eyes. These are our eyes. Deal with it. 5 eyes, and I'm happy. Thank you, commenter, YouTube commenter, for suggesting that I watch this movie because I enjoyed it, and I encourage you guys to enjoy it. And you know it's safe. It's a PG movie, so yeah, you can take your kids to it, especially the kids that are old enough to comprehend, you know, what's really going on, because it is a drama. At the end of the day, it is a drama. You're not getting action, but you are getting a performance of a lifetime. All right, so there you have it. That's it. 5 eyes. Thank you so much for watching. And, I mean, hey, like, listen, like, subscribe. Do that. Follow us on Twitter. Go to our homepage. Get the Twitter button. Soon, I don't want to promise a time, but we're going to have a logo. So, you know, no more purple face. All right. Thank you so much for supporting us. Share this video, subscribe to it, and if you haven't hit the bell, hit it. We're not uploading every day. You're not going to get a notification every single day. But we are uploading the movies that you want us to review because you don't want to waste your money. You don't want to waste your time. That's what we're here for. All right. I've talked enough. Get out of here. What are you doing? Subscribe. You subscribed? Don't leave until you subscribe.